Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Ma. Jai Ma, sabko Jai Ma. I hope all of you are well. Today's question is from a person who sent me a message on my WhatsApp also. She is confused. So her username is NLNLFM19. She says, Pranam Swamiji, the episode on your Vaishno Devi Yatra, the experience regarding bangles, the lady there and Ma's announcement, iske bhagya mein Brahman hai, Brahman dhoondho, is not very clear to me. Can you please elaborate more on that yatra and Ma's words again? Nahi, Pallavi, you are basically confused. These are two different things totally. This is not connected with the bangle incident, what Ma said. Okay? Ma jo कहती थी ना कि इसके भाग्य में, इसके जीवन में ब्राह्मण है, ब्राह्मण ढूंढो, was always told to my father when I was with him. जब भी हम दर्शन करने जाते थे माँ का, तो माँ used to always tell my father this sentence कि इसके जीवन में ब्राह्मण है, ब्राह्मण ढूंढो. So I used to always wonder कि मतलब माँ obviously knew that I would never get married and I would get sannyas finally. So obviously she knew everything. So this statement was something like which made me wonder all the time. I used to wonder कि इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, because Ma never said something which was out of line. Ma never said something which didn't make sense, बहुत सालों के बाद पता चलता था कि what Ma meant, but I just couldn't figure out. कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था कि क्या, what was it that Ma said when she knew everything. So I went around asking a lot of people this question. बहुत सारे महात्माओं से मैंने पूछा कि Ma used to say this to me, to my father, and when I was with my father, what does it mean? Obviously she knew that I would not get married. So what does this mean? So they gave me different answers which never satisfied me really, I said, it can't be. So then I forgot about it. I said, let it be, whatever it is, one day I will come to know. Finally, when I meet Ashok Baba, and he had come home with Shantatai, and sometimes when he was in Bombay, he would stay over at my place. So he one day said in the evening, we were sitting together, and he said, कुछ अपने experiences बताओ, माँ के बारे में. So I started talking, and one of the things I said was this, that Ma used to say this all the time, but what does it mean? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, and I've asked several people, पर मुझे कुछ ठीक जवाब नहीं मिल रहा है. So he didn't say anything at that point of time. He just kept quiet. And I said, I don't know, he's not saying anything, and I don't want to probe and say, tell me, kind of thing. So I said, let it be, So I just left that. Now comes the yatra that you're talking about. So there are two different incidents, okay? I had gone to Vaishno Devi with a friend of mine. Now, we reached in the afternoon. It was a very tiring journey. And we reached Katra in the afternoon. And we slept it out for an hour or so because we were very tired. So we said, okay, we'll sleep it out. And then once we get up and we are a little fresh and feeling a little better, we'll start the Padyatra. Because it took us, I think, 6 hours to reach Vaishno Devi, climbing the whole thing. We went climbing. So in the afternoon when I was sleeping, I had darshan of Vaishno Devi, which I have mentioned in my book also. I've mentioned in the journey, on YouTube. I had darshan and I saw her pratima, that it was Swayambhu and everything. I saw all that and I had darshan. So I knew exactly what she looked like. But then at that point of time, she took 2 gold bangles and took my hand, pulled my hand, and put those 2 gold bangles on me and said, "Ye Suvarna chudi pehen lo." So I said, "Pata nahi ye kya hai?" When I got up, I told my friend, "This is what I saw." So she said, "Well, we will know once we go up there what this chudi was and Suvarna chudi was. Maybe we'll know something over there." So I said, "I suppose so, you know." So hum log gaye. Now when we reached that place, there were lots of yatris who were carrying different offerings for Ma, you know. जैसे कोई चुंदड़ी है, बैंगल्स हैं, कुछ ऐसे लोग लाए थे, you know, उनके हाथ में बहुत कुछ था. I had taken 2 dozen bangles from here. You know, शाखा पौड़ा जो होता है. So Paula had taken the red one, which Bengalis wear, you know, the red bangles. There were 2 dozen and I had tied it with a string. ऐसे rope जैसा था. तो पूरा 2 dozen मैंने ऐसे tie करके मैं ले गई थी. And चुंदड़ी थी and everything. So when I reached, the security constable who was standing outside was allowing everybody to go with their offerings, but she stopped me. And she grabbed these bangles from my hand and opened the string. And I said, "What are you doing? I've got them for Ma and you're opening the, you know, the parcel, I mean, you know, the thing I'm carrying. What are you doing?" So she didn't say anything. She just took out 2 bangles from there, gave the rest to me and pulled my hand and put those 2 bangles on me. I said, "What have you done?" It didn't strike me at that time, the vision I had of Ma, you know, where she had put on those bangles on me. So immediately my reaction was, I was very angry. I said, "You know, I have got this offering for Ma and you are doing this now, putting on 2 bangles on me, तो ये तो सारा झूठा हो गया, अशुद्ध हो गया. I cannot offer all this to Ma now. The remaining," she says, "और तो है ना, वो दे देना." So I said, "I can't do that. I can't wear 2 out of them and give the rest to Ma. It's ridiculous what you're doing." I said, "You're allowing," she's saying, no, this is how it is and you go." I said, "You're allowing everybody to go with whatever they've got and you just grab my bangles and do something like this. It doesn't make sense to me." I was arguing a lot. But she didn't listen to me and she just said, "You go. The rest is with you now. You can go and give the offering." Now I went inside and those 2 bangles were still on my hand. And then suddenly it struck me. And my friend tells me, "That vision you had of those 2 bangles, isn't this that?" I said, "That was Suvarna." Ma said Suvarna. Suvarna is a word that I would never use. I would probably say gold, or I would say sona or something like that, you know. But I would not use the word Suvarna. So anyway, that happened. I went inside, had a beautiful darshan and everything. Cut to, we come back, and this was the incident I narrated to Ashok Baba also. When he had come home and he was asking me all those different experiences, and I said, "This is what happened," and he listened to it. Much later, much later, he tells me, "Do you remember you had told me this incident about Suvarna?" So I said, "Yeah." So he said, what Ma meant, Suvarna is not gold. Su means Parabrahma Tattva, the essence of the truth. And Suvarna, Varna means caste, community. So Ma was trying to tell you that put this on, now you belong to our community. Suvarna, Parabrahma Tattva mein you have entered. And Ma had told you, now he mentions this to me, Ma had told your father that iske jeevan mein Brahman hai, Brahman dhoondho. Brahman means Parabrahma Tattva, that he had asked your father to tell you to search for, go into sadhana and do sadhana and come to Parabrahma Tattva, that is the essence of the truth. Dedicate your life to that because that is in her life. So that is a Brahman, and that Brahman darshan I had of Bal Gopal in my house. And that's when Baba told me that माँ ने अपना पूरा जो सेंटेंस दिया था, पूरा जो वाक्य बोला था, वो पूरा सत्य करके दिखाया, ब्राह्मण तुम्हारे घर में आ गए. So I had darshan of Bal Gopal, and so what Ma was saying, कि Brahman Dhundo means you go within, do your sadhana and come to the truth. Search for that, Who are you? Where am I? Why am I here? And he said, finally she made you a sannyasi and proved what she was saying to you. She never when she said that, she never meant to find a boy for marriage. Brahman Dhundo, Brahman hai. It wasn't about marriage at all. It was this journey that you had to take. So it was beautiful. I'd mentioned all this earlier also, but since you said you were confused, I wanted to clear it and you wanted clarity. So I have given it to you, and I hope you've understood this time what it was, because it's too beautiful. It's too beautiful. It's too sacred for me also. Very, very sacred, that something like this could happen to me. I'm a nobody, but it could happen to me, So I'm very grateful and very blessed. Yes. Very grateful to Ma, very blessed by her. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Jai Ma.